So, have you taken this satellite challenge, brother? I don't know if you're
I don't,
familiar with it.
I don't think so. We can take it.
It's something I made up. So,
All right.
has anybody else out there taken the satellite challenge? So, what is that exactly? It is when you type satellites in space into Google or DuckDuckGo, whatever you prefer, and what do you get? 100% CGI, including the Earth behind it, all the satellites.
Yeah,
So,
it's pretty obvious. Now, if you looked up satellite, like uh, testing, development, creation, manufacturing, you're gonna get. I have a picture pulled up, but it's just like these two dudes, and looks like they're dressed for COVID, and they're staring at they're in a big like warehouse staring at a satellite that's been sitting on some sort of thing, and
huh.
so yeah, that's it's one of those deals where this is not what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? So this is I don't know if you'll have to push it into the broadcast for people to see it, but
Yeah, I got you.
yeah, there you go. So that this is not what you're talking about, right? If you actually try to find a picture of satellites in space that are supposedly the hundreds of thousands of them floating above your head, or excuse me, they quote 20 to 30,000 of them floating above your head, you won't see that. You'll just see pure CGI. But if you want to look at the size of a satellite, you type that in, stuff like this will pop up where it only shows them either on the ground about to be launched or in some sort of manufacturing laboratory like this. It's just pretty silly. And this is the size of a bus. This is the size of a bus, a large dump truck maybe. And you're trying to tell me that when this thing goes up 250,000 miles in space that I can see it still? Like that's people for people that say that it kind of demonstrates that they've never been taught how their eyes actually work with what's
Yeah.
called angular perspective. And there was actually a really cool study that Harvard did, or excuse me, MIT did, where they talked about the geometrical angle that your eye can see as far as distance, as everything gets smaller in the distance, And they said once it gets to a 0.02 of angular perspective, you can't see it anymore. Your human eye is just not strong enough. And that is like 20, 30, 40 miles away, depending on the size of the object. So something the size of a dump truck or a bus,
Uh,
250,000 miles away, or even 250 miles away, you'll never be able to see it. So this is why when people look up at night and they say, "Well, I see the satellites, up at night," right? I'm saying, well, for one, what you are seeing, we're going to get into here in a minute, right? And how they're much closer than you're being told. And two,
yep.
there's also some other things the Bible talks about that are up there that are not satellites.